I just watched the series finale of Star Trek Discovery for the second time today. I watched it earlier today, and I spent the majority of the day crying. And the second watch, I same reaction. I don't think that I've really articulated very well over the years how important Star Trek has been to me in general. But Star Trek Discovery specifically came to me at a very vulnerable time, and being able to see its queer representation, especially, did something for my inner child that I did not think could be done. Because when I was a kid, watching Star Trek, I always wanted to see myself represented in the story in some way. And and seeing that in Discovery, especially through characters like Culber and Stamets, it was so validating. And I'm not, I know that Star Trek Discovery is not the perfect show. Like, I know that, like any show, it has its imperfections. But what it does with representation and centering LGBTQ plus characters, BIPOC characters, women, neurodiverse characters, like it's even ahead of its time now. And I think that that will be Star Trek Discovery's legacy. This series finale, I was worried because I did not think that the series finale would pan out well, considering they found out last minute that the show was not continuing and they had to go back and record a coda for the end. But kudos to writer Michelle Paradise for being able to do this and bringing it together, because, and I'm not going to spoil anything, by the way, but the way that this show is wrapped up is so unbelievably hopeful, optimistic, beautiful, and empowering and cathartic, which to me connects back to Gene Roddenberry's vision of humanity's future. This show will go down in history, I think, very similar to DS9, in the sense that, you know, when it came out, it received like some very galvanized perspectives, but in time, I think people will look back on it and see it for how just monumental and stunning it actually is. I know not everybody will connect with the LGBTQ plus representation part, but I just, if you're not used to seeing people like you represented in something, especially, let alone your favorite franchise, like, it's hard to describe how it feels, but it feels like the closest thing to being seen in who you are. It's a validation of existence in some fashion, because we get to see ourselves in these fictional worlds and spaces, and that to me is why Star Trek Discovery will always mean a lot. I like, I don't know, like, of course the scenes in the coda got me at the end of this episode, but also the music. Oh, the composer's Russo, I believe. Like, just the music. Thank you to everyone who's been involved with this show since the beginning. Thank you for bringing it to us, and thank you for listening to me gush about it. I have to say that in the grand scheme of things, this season, or the series finale, is tied for number one with All Good Things for me, regarding how good it is. And I'm so happy that it got the beautiful ending that it deserved.